Welcome and thank you for being with us today. Before we begin our commencement program, we would like to share a few words with you.
We know that you are very proud of all the classes 2020 has accomplished, and we're excited to celebrate these accomplishments today with you all. The commencement ceremony today is being recorded for sharing on social media and broadcasting clips on television the week of June 8th. While we want this to be a joyous occasion, we have a few requests for you.
We ask that you honor each graduate by calling out or yelling when a graduate's name is called. All graduates deserve to hear their name and honors without distractions from the audience. To share your graduate's moment, we invite the guests of the graduate to stand quietly as if their name is called.
The graduates will turn their tassels at the conclusion of the ceremony and be recognized as a whole. Graduates will remain at their seat and each graduate's family will be called to join the graduate at the conclusion of graduation. Please remain seated until you are called to exit the gym to maintain the safety measures we have in place to protect everyone. Thank you.
Let us pray. Thank you, God, for allowing us to be here together for the KHS Class of 2020's major milestone of occurring today to ask your blessings over all our souls as we graduate from high school and into the world that is waiting for us. Help us keep our heads high when we're facing challenges on. Lord, I pray that you guide us to grow and become successful adults. Also, Lord, bring us to the light ways to help our faith grow in your name. In Jesus' name, let it be in your hands. Amen. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors, accompanied by the playing of the national anthem. We ask that all gentlemen remove their hats, please.
Everyone, please be seated. Students, parents, grandparents, family members, friends, community members, and distinguished guests, welcome to Kinston High School's 2020 commencement ceremony. This morning we will graduate our Vikings who have achieved a milestone in their academic career at Kinston High School due to their hard work and dedication in their studies. At this time, I would like to recognize our distinguished guests. Please hold your applause until all guests are standing. Would the faculty and staff of Kinston High School please stand? Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask you to check to ensure all cell phones are silenced or turned off so that we may have a respectful ceremony to honor our graduating candidates. A special thank you to all of our guests for joining. We are so glad that you are here with us. Please receive the Kinston High School Concert Band Seniors for the special music under the direction of Mr. Leonard Palmer. we prepare to award our students with their diplomas, I would like to call your attention to the bibs, sashes, and cords worn by our graduates. The green and gold bibs with the white gowns represent the school colors of forest green, old gold, and white. Members of the National Honor Society are wearing blue bibs. Members of the Spanish Honor Society are wearing red and gold cords, symbolic of the Spanish flag. Graduates who have committed to support and defend the U.S. Constitution by serving in the military are wearing black and gold sashes. Students wearing red, white, and blue medals have been recognized as an NC Academic Scholar by the Department of Public Instruction. Our international baccalaureate course candidates are wearing silver ivy pins, gold ivy pins, medallions, and blue sashes. Members of this class have received over $3 million in merit-based scholarships. These numbers are truly commendable and worth celebrating. Along with the numerous accomplishments represented by the entire group, there are some individuals who have excelled in areas that we would like to recognize at today's ceremony. Several members of this class completed the requirements for the prestigious North Carolina Academic Scholars Program as recognized by the Department of Public Instruction. These students successfully completed advanced academic coursework, 2 or more world language courses, 4 elective courses in 1 subject area, and at least 3 higher level courses during their junior and or senior year, and maintained an unweighted GPA of 3.5. These students are Kenneth Huggins Jr., Tiana Lanier, Alina Rivers, Leslie Sutton, and Tavon Tice. We will now recognize students who have distinguished themselves as cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. Students with the cum laude honor have the highest weighted average of the top 10% of the graduating class. Students with this honor have received a bronze medallion. Zakia Andrews, Lemuria Dixon, Michaela Dove, Jovandria Hodges, Kenneth Huggins Jr., Lady Diego Mincho, Kiera Powell, Makila Williams, Courtney West. Students with the magna cum laude honor have the highest weighted average of the top 5% of the graduating class. Students with this honor have received a silver medallion. Ariel Harris, Kiana Subs, Tavon Tice, Macy Williams. Students with the summa cum laude honor have the highest weighted average of the top 2% of the graduating class. Students with this honor have received a gold medallion. Tiana Lanier, Alina Rivers, and Leslie Sutton. Congratulations, seniors. At this time, I would ask that Mr. Josh Bridges, IB Diploma Program Coordinator at Kinston High School, please come to the stage.
These students have taken the most rigorous course of study that our school offers. Today, we recognize our IB course and diploma candidates who are wearing medallions. Congratulations. Thank you for your hard work and for making the decision to pursue excellence. This year's International Baccalaureate course candidates: Zakia Andrews, Terrion Arnold, Kanaya Beckman, Corey Chin, Xavier Cobb, Michaela Dove, Sanaya DeVos, Zamoria Edwards, Diasia Gooding, Ariel Harris, Jovandria Hodges, Malia Hooks, Kenneth Huggins, Jada Jones, Shania Miller, Jemiah Mitchell, Tariq Mitchell, Lachey Pierre, Janiyah Finnan, Kiera Powell, Alina Rivers, Leslie Sutton, Tavon Tice, Casey Williams, Makila Williams, Malaysia Williams. This year's International Baccalaureate full diploma candidates: Imani Chapman, Tiana Lanier. Congratulations to these IB students.
Good morning, seniors.
Good morning.
Today, I stand before you as your proud principal and a humbled individual full of love and admiration for each of you. Your response to the immediate change in the learning format and senior year events has been one of positivity, a proactive, communicative approach to the school staff, and a spirited and uniformed effort to ensure that your senior year remains just that, your year. Do not let the events of the last few months overshadow the awesome and challenging experiences you have had during your 4 years here and the 13 years of education going back to the nervous, excited, unsure, and ever so eager 5-year-olds entering a kindergarten classroom for the first time. Some of you may be feeling some of those same emotions that you felt entering kindergarten, and families, you too. Each of you have arrived at this special moment with a story that you and others around you helped create. The chapters may have similar dialogue, characters, and events, but for the most part, they are vastly different, with your own perspectives, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Today is a part of each of your stories that will be forever intertwined. I want you all to remember this as you leave us today as graduates of Kinston High School. Each and every one of you matter. Each and every one of you are beautifully made and blessed with talents, gifts, skills, and characteristics that set you apart from anyone else. Each and every one of you possesses greatness within you. Find it, nurture it, believe in it, share your greatness with others. I challenge you to look within yourself, rely on your inner strength and moral compass, and when unsure of what to do or where to go next, lean on those who have been there to provide you with guidance, support, and reassurance. You will need others to help you write your story. My hope is you will use the skills and talents you have refined during your time with us to develop, mold, and write a story of love, success, and overcoming the obstacles of life. Remember how you came to where you are today, and know that your story is just beginning. You have the edit rights to your story. Have the courage to change. Have the courage to reposition yourself when things just aren't going the way you thought they were. And have the courage to stand up for what you know is right in your heart. The senior class of 2020 has a very special place in my heart. You are an amazing group of young people, and I am better for knowing each and every one of you. I wish each and every one of you the very best as you enter this next chapter, and I cannot wait to hear all of your stories. Go and be great. Today, on this special occasion, we have the pleasure of hearing from two of our very own. Both of these graduates exemplify the characteristics we as educators strive to instill in all of our students. Our first speaker is a committed student, role model to her peers, and has the personal qualities we strive to instill. Alina has received 30+ college credits, is an IB course candidate, and involved herself in service leadership throughout her high school career. She is co-president of the Anchor Club, driving force behind the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, National Honor Society vice president, and 3-sport athlete all 4 years of high school: volleyball, basketball, and softball. Alina will be attending High Point University in the fall, majoring in business. Our second speaker is a model student, dedicated athlete, and exemplifies strong leadership qualities that have been evident throughout her time at KHS. Leslie has received 30+ credit hours while in high school, is an IB course candidate, and serves in a variety of leadership positions representing the student body. She's a member of the Anchor Club, where she served as co-president and social media coordinator, member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, member of the National Honor Society, serving as president, and member of the Spanish Honor Society. She has been a three-sport athlete all 4 years at Kinston High School, basketball, track, and volleyball, and served as the co-captain of the girls' basketball team and volleyball team. She served as a tutor with AmeriCorps in math classes for the past 2 years and volunteered for time with several community service projects through Anchor. In the fall, Leslie will attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and pursue a major in nursing. Please welcome to the stage Alina Rivers, followed by Leslie Sutton.
Good morning, faculty, friends, family, and the class of 2020. I'm going to be honest, with all that's going on, I never thought I'd see this day. We're here. It may not be how we imagined or dreamed it would be, but we're very much here. What a crazy senior year it has been, not just for us, but the entire world. And this chaos is not just limited to this pandemic that has affected many lives. The year's trials and tribulations look different for each one of us. Senior year disappointments, maybe a parent losing a job, the loss of a loved one, and for all of us, racism. Through this pandemic and the continuous racial injustice that occurs in this country, I think it's safe to say that in life, disappointments are inevitable. And that is okay. If we were never discouraged by the mistakes we have made or drawbacks that have occurred, there would be no room for motivation. Think of all the times someone or something has attempted to stand in your way to prevent you from fulfilling a purpose or goal. Yes, this was a drawback, but it never stopped you from going after your heart's desire. These stumbling blocks have created in us strength, fierceness, and persistence. As we take the next step in our lives, whether it be entering the workforce, joining the military, or going to college, it is important to know that the difficulties life will throw at us are not what we should be worried about, but rather how we handle and respond to them. Henry David Thoreau said, "If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment." These obstacles we go through make us stronger in every area of our lives and equip us to help the next person enduring through a similar situation. The future, especially now, is uncertain, and that can be extremely scary, but there is no doubt in my mind that we have already been prepared to handle whatever comes our way. There is opportunity in uncertainty. This uncertain time has given us a chance and time to do more, read more, relax more, work out more, sleep more, and of course, do more TikToks. But what if we took it a little deeper? What if we focused on the betterment of our community rather than ourselves? What if each day we woke up with the mindset of being the best brother, sister, son, daughter, or friend? What if we focused on being the best version of ourselves for someone else? We have all had the privilege of growing up in a community that loves, supports, and encourages us in all we do. Each individual in this room is prouder than words can ever say. And without this love and strong foundation we were raised in, we would not be the best version of ourselves as we are today. We got here today standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. We owe it to them to give back to this community and this world as we embark on our next journey. It is our token of gratitude to them to leave this world brighter and better than we came in. Throughout my high school years, I have always been so worried about the future. Being the youngest of the family, many people expected me to follow in my siblings' footsteps, but that was not the plan laid out for me. It took me up until last summer to realize that God has a unique and great plan for each and every one of us. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Regretfully, I was not present in these moments. So my advice to everyone today is to put down the phone, stop worrying about the news trends or how many likes you get on Instagram, but be present in each moment. Be the listening ear when someone needs to vent, or the shoulder to cry when a friend's heart is aching, or the change to remove the target on people's back because of the color of their skin. We are needed more than ever to be present and stand with our brothers and sisters in the fight against injustice. Now is the time to step up and be the change everyone tells us we will be. It is time to put those words to action. If this uncertainty hasn't taught us anything, It has taught us to turn our attention to what truly matters in life and to act now because tomorrow is not promised. Each day we wake up, we are given the chance to make a difference in the world. Take advantage of this opportunity so willingly given to us every day because the present is a gift that affects the future of the world for our younger brothers and sisters. So I leave you with the famous words of the great Reverend King. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Class of 2020, this is just the beginning of our lives. We are the change that we, our parents, our grandparents, and the world need to see and experience. Thank you.
Fellow graduates, family members, and staff members, I'm honored to be here today speaking to you all, and I'm also honored to be a part of Kinston High School's class of 2020. I cannot put into words how thankful I am to be standing here. And over the next few minutes, I'd like to talk to you all about what we have learned over the past 4 years, the people that we have to thank for our successes, and the moments that we have to cherish forever. Seniors, by now you're probably wondering where your years have gone. As babies, we entered the world like everyone else, confused and ready to see what it was all about. We didn't quite understand everything that was occurring, but to us the world was new and full of wonder. As we grew and we developed simple skills like learning to read, count, and pronounce simple words, there came a stage in our lives where we had to say goodbye to those simpler times and welcome a new era that can be described as grade school. There we began to realize that the world was much bigger than us, and we embraced the opportunities that came with it. And then further along our journey, we embarked on middle school, and we finally began to understand ourselves and the unique qualities that we possess. Some of us even got cell phones. And then we finally advanced to where we are now, high school. I'll never forget things like my first day of freshman year or my first time seeing upperclassmen roam the halls. I'll never forget the friendships that I made, and most importantly, I'll never forget the lessons that I've learned. Throughout the last 4 years, we have learned to embrace the opportunities that come with life and how to understand ourselves. High school has taught us the importance of setting a goal and not stopping until you achieve it, the importance of being able to adapt to uncomfortable situations, and the importance of never giving up on your dreams. It has taught us the value of maintaining meaningful relationships, the benefits that come with being optimistic, and how to take things in stride even if we're unsure of their outcome. Lastly, high school has taught us how to conquer situations that were meant for our downfall. Situations so much like the one that we're in right now. And even though we may not understand why things are happening, we must not forget that high school has prepared us for the battle that we're facing. We're so prepared that not only did we do something truly greater than anything that we could have ever imagined, but we did something that no class could ever say they have ever done. We decided to sacrifice our enjoyment and our desires for the benefit and for the safety of others. We've shown the world what it truly means to be a senior by understanding that we all cannot be great without one another. Our creativity, our resourcefulness, and our resilience is truly unmatched. We never thought we would have to learn math over Zoom or miss out on things like prom, but I hope that when we look back on this journey, it reminds us that when we get knocked down, we get up so much stronger. Yes, we should have had a proper graduation, and yes, we should have been able to finish an incredible senior year. But instead of dwelling on what could have been, understand that we have so many memories to be thankful for and so many sacrifices to be proud of. High school has truly been an unforgettable experience. And when we look back, it's important to think about all the people that have helped us along the way. People like our teachers, family, friends, and even community members, because without them, our accomplishments would not have been possible. So to our teachers, because of you all believing in us and pushing us to be great, we've learned that we are so much more capable than we could have ever imagined. And although it may be cliche, you all have honestly taught us that we can do anything that we set our minds to. I'll truly miss walking down the halls and hopping into classrooms, or even taking trips to the office just to tell staff about my day or things that I've accomplished. You've made school a home away from home, and I don't think you all understand how thankful we are for that. And to our friends, the friendships that we have made here will last a lifetime. We'll always remember the laughs, the jokes, the good times, the bad times, and even the trips that we've taken. Thank you for being supportive of us and giving us your opinions and just for being a shoulder to cry on. And to our families, these past 4 years have presented us with so many ups and downs, and we appreciate you all so much for being with us every step of the way. We appreciate all the sacrifices that you've made for us, and we strive every day to make you all proud. Everything you've done, it wasn't always seen, and it may not have always been appreciated, but believe it or not, that's our biggest motivation, because we strive to grow and be successful, and later come back to help our communities, just to show you all that your hard work was for something greater. Getting to this day, it was never an easy journey. As freshmen, we began by watching the classes before us, cherishing their high school moments, and envisioning the day that we would be in their position. We were waiting for our turn, and we were starting to create our own memories. And then suddenly everything changed, and our moment came in a way that no one would have expected. It left us wondering, what should we do now, and where should we go next? And it might have taken a little bit of time to figure out, but at the end of the day, we're still seniors. It's still our turn, and this is still our moment. It may not have been what we were expecting, but it's our choice to make it ours anyway. And so today we honor ourselves not only for 4 years of hard work, but for 13 years of persistence and dedication, remembering all the sacrifices that we have made. When we think back on all the small and life-changing moments that occurred in our lives, they add up to make us a senior class of 2020. So let's celebrate ourselves, seniors, and be proud of us for getting to this moment. We did it, and today is significant because of us. And so on behalf of Kinston High School, I say, congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you, speakers.
Before we begin presenting diplomas, I would like to acknowledge the hard work, time, and effort of each candidate. We would like to honor each graduate individually with dignity and respect, and we invite the guests of each graduate to stand silently as your graduate's name is called. Please hold your celebration until the end after all names have been called, and we will present our graduates together. I will now present the senior candidates for the class of 2020. Zakia Renee Andrews, IB course candidate, cum laude. Terrion Jadon Arnold, IB course candidate. Kimura Arion Arrington. Coleman T. Baker. Yarian Jamelin Baker. Kanaya Shakibia Zali Becton. Tariq Donquez Becton. Ivan Cortez Bellamy. Deja Michaela Best. David Michael Best. Jaden Rashawn Best. Kamaya Nashay Bradford. Quadacia Zakinia Branch. Chastity Taj Brown. Sylvester Eugene Cooper Brown. Tamika Nicole Brown. Tavion Xavier Brown. Tavante Leonard Brown. Thomas Earl Bryant. Nishan Rakim Burney. Clarence William Burton III. Zamir Brentley Cannon. Taziana Quintasia Canty. Imani Anissa Chapman, IB Diploma candidate. Jordan Gustin Cherry. Anzaria Excellence Cobb. Xavier Jabbar Cobb, IB course candidate. Gary Leon Cooper Jr. Kamisha Tangelia Coward. Quanicia Zachary Coward. Jeremiah Giovanni Cox. Enrique Rodrigue Davis. Malia Danae Davis. Jamia Stafford Davis. Lady Marcella Diego Mincho. Joshua Tyreek Dixon. Lamiria Shaquan Dixon. Baby Dynasty Dosher. Makayla Tashne Arlesia Dove, IB course candidate, cum laude. Sanaya Baishia DeBose, IB course candidate. Keewan Clayton Dunn. Tanasia Nicole Eatman Kelly. Zamoria Monet Edwards, IB course candidate. Dorian Rashawn Ellis. Jashana Haria Ellis. Takari Joshua Evans. Sheba Zaire Shakur Fatima. Talik Terrell Fields. Debrianna Aaliyah Danaea Gillespie. Kahim Dasir Gillespie. James Giovanni Graham. Carissa Tamar Gray. Tanisha Gladys May Green. Talik Jaquez Green. Ajane Nicole Hall. Destiny Deanna Harris. Ariel Shapedra Harris, IB course candidate, magna cum laude. Courtney Lindell Harris. Serena Michelle Harris. Shaquille Desani Harvey Grady. Zanaya Shamil Henderson. Cynthia Alicia Hicks. Makayla Anye Hill. Zaire King Hinton. Jolandria Nashe Hodges, IB course candidate, cum laude. Malia Benet Ayana Hooks, IB course candidate. Sharice Carnice Hopkins Jones. Kenneth Edwards Huggins Jr., NC Scholar, IB course candidate, cum laude. Layla Marie Ingram. Corey Lee Jackson. Rosiah Anai Jackson. Chantrez Deontay Jennings. Evelyn Joyce Johnson. Kanika Janae Johnson. Shaheen Xavier Johnson. Asia Adia Jones. Bryson Rayvon Jones. Jada Monique Jones, IB course candidate. Talia Monet Jones. Jazer Leonte King. Jamiria Dantasia King. Aria Jael Cottrell. Cartier Joelle Coots. Yeah. Tiana Shamaya Lanier, NC Scholar, IB Diploma candidate, summa cum laude. Karia Anasia Lewis. Danique Hakeem Elijah London. William Earl London Jr. Joshua Tamante Maxwell. Tanasia Lee McClure. Kyla Monet McIver. Ananda Denise McNair. Treyan Irante Nijet. Shania Khalees Alexis Miller, IB course candidate. Nevin Chance Minot. Lachey Mitchell, IB course candidate. Tyreek Levon Mitchell, IB course candidate. Lamis Abdullah Mohammed. Davon Colleen Montrell Moore. Joshua Denzel Morgan. Jaquan Malik Mosley. Kimario Jaquez Mumford. Arkel Malik Myers. Montasia Chantel Nobles. Jaquan Vernell Parker. Saleha Zakia Parks. Tiana Elianise Parks. Janiyah Lynn Finnan, IB course candidate. Lachey Alexandria Pierre, IB course candidate. Kahari Diallo Pitts. Jamari Shaquille Powell. Kiera Camille Denise Powell, IB course candidate, cum laude. Jada Kimani Perry. My angel, Kiriana Michelle Price. Terrell Lamont Pugh Jr. Chanel Cameron Purnell Nixon. We have a special honor to give before I say the student's name. Kinston High School's Academic Scholar Trophy. The student receiving this award has earned the second highest GPA in her graduating class with a 4.5231 grade point average. This deserving student is Alina Rivers, that is a high school Viking scholar. Alina Monet Rivers, NC Scholar, IB Course Candidate, Summa Cum Laude, KHS Viking Scholar. Kamante Kyrie Roberts. Timothy Rashawn Robinson. Jaquavius Giavante Ross. Jamin Roman Saunders. Alexia Monet Sauls. Wiley Francisco Shaw. Anissa Kieja Sheffield. Christopher Daniel Shepard Jr. Blessing Cornelia Desiree Simmons. Kwali Amir Deshakim Mikhail Simmons. Walter Manuel Simmons Jr. Faith Christina Skinner. Paige Lee Skipper. Zancaria Nicosia Sterling. Yakiria Monet Tabar Strayhorn. Jeremiah Christopher Jermaine Street. Alan James Styles II. Kiana Nicole Suggs, magna cum laude. Today we present the Kinston High School Academic Scholar Trophy. The student receiving this award has earned the highest GPA in her graduating class with a 4.5746 grade point average. This deserving student is Leslie Sutton. Leslie Janae Sutton, NC Scholar, IB Course Candidate, summa cum laude, KHS Academic Scholar. Tavon Alrique Tice, IB Course Candidate, NC Scholar. Carol Ada Tillman, Tony Odarius Toller, Cameron Azell, Ashanti Kanisha Faye Walker, Keyshawn Liddell Walker, Kamari Kiwan Washington, Shania Nicole Washington, Shania Nicole Washington, Courtney Mary Jane Nadia West, cum laude. Tamara Michelle White, Jaden Devon Whitfield, Jacqueline Enrico Whitfield, Achilleon Gary Salik Williams, Casion Marquise Williams, IB Course Candidate. Kiera Amara Ann Williams, Kiera Amara Ann Williams, Macy Caitlin Williams, magna cum laude. Makila Zari Williams, IB Course Candidate, cum laude. Malaysia Deshanti Williams, IB Course Candidate. Mikayla Krishan Williams, Marie Wilson. Rashawn Jamal Wooten. Tiana Monet Wormley. Markel Anthony Bester. Isaac Nicholas Parson. I would now ask that two of our KHS Gospel Choir members, Kanika Johnson and Andrea Williams, please come to the stage to lead the senior class in the singing of the alma mater, followed by Alina Rivers and Leslie Sutton leading the senior class in the turning of the tassels. The words to the alma mater can be found in your program. Our alma mater true, we love and honor you. Our golden forest green will forever sing to thee, our alma mater. Our love will never die. All hail to Kinston High School, we give our best to you. As time has quickly gone, and life our paths must part, the memories will live on, deep within our hearts. Through all the joy and sadness, through triumph and in tears, we shall cherish Kinston High School throughout the coming years. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I present the graduates of the Kinston High School class of 2020. You may turn your tassel. Corey Chen. Corey will be leaving Monday, June 1st for basic training in the U.S. Army. He will be stationed at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, going in at a rank of Private B2 as a multi-channel transmission system operator. Corey could not participate in our graduation ceremonies June 2nd and 3rd, so we have him and his family here today to celebrate his graduation with the class of 2020.